Yo, what's up? Welcome to episode 3 of Is This Mic On podcast. It's your boy, the Bells Bondsman, Lowski.
And it's your boy Grim, aka Handsome Ransom.
Yeah, aka nothing at all.
Yo, it's your boy Keefy Keith, man. Here once again. Yo. We back in the building. We back in the building. We doing our thing again, episode 3. Things got a little spicy on the rap topic, a little bit on episode 2. So we gonna keep it flowing with that, yo. We got some topics. Let's start with the spice, man. Let's go. This because there's some travesties going on in the hip hop community, and we gonna start with Jim Jones versus Nas, man. And I'm gonna let my boy Los take this one because Nas is his man, Jim Jones is his man. So there's a little bit of controversy going on with your boy Lowski. How you feeling about this, bruh?
NAS or the letters that spell Nas, favorite rapper, best rapper, greatest rapper. Y'all telling me Jim Jones had the audacity to fix his face and tell Fat Joe and Jada Kids at the same damn time that y'all can go look his catalog up and look at the Billboard charts and compare his numbers to the legend that is Nas? That's what he had the audacity to do. And then when the internet, thank God for the internet, decided to call his bluff and go do it, the numbers were outrageously out of his favor. I'm talking about 10-1 out of his favor. Like, why did you even question me, son, out of your favor? Then Jim Jones, in his corniness, had the audacity to be like, yeah, I only did it for the views. Now I'm in your algorithms. Listen to me, brother. Jim, I like you as an artist. You're my favorite diplomat. But this right here makes you look corny. You are big in New York, pause. But worldwide, you are a peon. Let me be clear. You are a minuscule piece of rapper in the world. Nas is all over the place. If I Rule the World comes on, everybody's turning up. Lauryn Hill will not give you the time of day to be on your album, give you a production, play a guitar, hum a motherfucking note. And this is what you do? This is what you do. I know I can be what I want to be. You can't make your children's anthem, motherfucker. And this is what you decide to do.
Damn,
This is what
dog,
you
Jim.
decide to do.
Damn, Jim got
I'm
to be
just
all
telling y'all
that.
what was on the Billboard charts. I
Hold,
Know I
hold
Can
the
is a kid
horn.
song, and it was
Hold
on the
the
Billboard
horn.
charts. What are we talking
Hold the
about?
horn.
I'm just telling y'all. And this is what he decided to do. Listen, he said it himself. He looked up to Nas. You don't
Who
fucking
didn't?
go
Who
slap your
didn't look up
mentor's
to
I was
hand.
gonna say
Nas?
who didn't. Yeah, who didn't
I'm
though?
just saying,
Who
you don't
didn't
go
know back
slap your
then though?
mentors. You don't go slap your mentor's hand, especially when you ain't outdid your mentor yet. Period.
You
You
know,
didn't.
you know, you know. People always gonna want to test. They're always gonna want to test. You know,
Yeah.
they're always gonna want to test. But
Test the
I don't.
greatness,
I
man.
will say this. I will say this. I do agree with you as far as the catalog. I don't know why he said that. Maybe he probably was doing it to get back into, the flow of getting some more bread. I don't know what. I don't know why he said what he said. But I like Jim Jones. I like Nas. Um, if it was to come out of the two, whose music I prefer more than the other, I'm not gonna lie, I play them both equal. There, I don't, even though Nas is more of I grew up on Nas, you know what I'm saying? But Jim Jones does have good music. I ain't gonna
For
disagree
sure.
with that. The man does have good music, and I still listen to some of his music till this day. It's as long as well as with Nas. So I don't really know why he did what he did. Probably to build this type of momentum we give in this type of issue. You know what I'm saying? But if either one of them do an album, I will say this: I'll listen to both of them. I don't give a shit. I listen to both of them. I don't think one's better than the other. I
Well,
do disagree with the catalog thing.
You don't think one is better than the other, Jay?
No, it's because I listen to both of them. I like
So you
both of
telling
them.
me?
But his catalog is not messing with Nas's catalog. We all know that.
Okay, I just want to be clear.
We know.
Let's be clear.
What was that one album he did with Lauryn Hill? That was like that year that shit came out. That shit was always on TV. That song, If I Ruled the World, that shit was on radios, TVs. That shit was always on TV.
That's what I'm saying.
At that time.
But okay, check it out though. But does relevance matter? You know, resonating with the youth, because really that's what Jim's going off. He's going off on how relevant he is right now compared to Nas. Because Jim is the old young nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just playing devil's advocate on this because Jim Jones is my guy, Nas is my guy.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this and shut my little shit down on this. He said because Nas is not relevant. I'm gonna say this. From this millennium, I know Nas at least has one Grammy compared to that nigga. I don't even know if Jim Jones got a Grammy. So I can't say, I don't know what you mean relevant. Because
I mean relevant to the youth.
But
I still hear new music from Nas. I mean, just because the youth ain't checking it out don't mean nothing.
But we're talking about relevant.
Still putting out music.
We're talking about relevant in New York, and that's what I want to clarify. Jim, yes, is relevant in New York.
It's a New York thing.
It's a New York thing.
This is a pissing contest.
Yes, Jim is not relevant outside of New York. Jim goes to Miami on a regular. They don't storm the streets for Jim in Miami. Nas moves around the country, moves around the world, and it still looks like a mob like it did in 1998, 1994. What are we talking about? This is a different kind of what's your name. I'm like Nas is making $100 million deals. Jim is making $10,000 deals. What are we talking about? These are two different levels. Not even levels. These are two different Empire State Buildings. What are we talking about?
Okay, so do we think Jim's gonna get out of pocket and make that diss? We know he didn't diss Styles yet.
No, you do not want to spank it.
I say 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. Let's take it to the stage. I think they should do a versus.
No, hell no.
You
can't do that. Just kill all the shit.
Hell no. And Jim's my guy.
Kill all the shit.
But Nas is gonna roll that nigga. Nas is gonna roll that nigga.
Nas has done concerts with orchestras. Jim is not ready for that.
Nas gonna roll that nigga.
Exactly.
Like, roll. He's smoking that one. He's smoking that pack.
That's
easy.
What I'm saying. And you're talking about Nas can just do Illmatic and clean up Jim. What are we talking about? We don't have to go off no new material. Y'all gotta think Nas just came out with the King's Disease and the Magic series in the last 6 years. What are we talking about? Jim don't have that in the stash.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
So is Jim chasing the clout? Is this a clout chase?
Yes, and he thinks that's cool, and that's what I'm talking about with what you're bringing up with old young nigga bullshit. Like, why are you doing this? And why are you bringing up somebody that you admire? Like, that's crazy.
Because the only way to find out is to find out.
But then if that's the case, Grim, then you should just come out and diss Nas. I would have respected that more than I'm respecting this. I would have respected that. Like, oh, dude, Jim just came out at the golf.
No. We seen what happened to Jay-Z dissing Nas. Listen, Jim, don't do it.
Jim,
first, you gotta beat Cam. You've got to beat your own mentor. Matter of fact, lyrically, you might not even be beating Santana. Let's keep it a buck. And I like Jim out of all those.
I don't think he's fucking with Santana.
I don't think.
I'm just looking at it from that standpoint. This is like you said. He gets the clout and he gets the kids on his side because of stuff like this. This some kiddie shit. That's why Nas don't have to respond. Nas is somewhere drinking expensive wine, hanging out with LeBron James and other millionaires. Huh?
No, Nas hasn't responded.
I didn't think so. Why should a god respond to a peasant?
But this ain't their first interaction. This ain't their first interaction.
No.
And I know that.
Back in the day, Jim said he was going to smack the cookie off his head.
and Nas
He
still
did
walked
too.
around New York. What are we talking about? Nas never been
I don't
touched.
know.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He
Name
did
a
say that.
Yeah, yeah.
y'all been to New York. Name a time y'all heard Nas being touched.
I don't know. Jay Z said he snuck out. He snuck out the back of Source Sound Lab
He still didn't get
We
touched.
listen. We can't worry about Jay
because he
Z. And
ran.
listen. Jay is irrelevant when it comes to
He
Nas,
Listen,
didn't
brother.
get
let me
touched
tell
because
you
he
something.
ran.
Hold on. I'm gonna be totally clear with this, and we can talk about
What?
people running all that. If there's 20 niggas in a room, right, and all 20
Right.
of them niggas say, "Los, I'm gonna beat your ass." Listen, Grim, I'm walking out the back door too. What are we talking about?
Right, right. But don't.
I never been jumped in my whole
I,
entire life. What am
I
I gonna
got you.
stand? Am I gonna stand there and take a pummel it? No.
But in Nas' case, it was only one man,
Who?
It was.
Who?
Jay-Z.
Stop it,
Nah, hell, come on,
y'all gotta
nigga.
stop
Jay
this.
ain't like
So
that.
you,
Stop that.
Y'all gotta
so you,
stop this. Y'all
so you
gotta
Come
telling
stop
me
on.
that
this.
Jay? So you telling me that Jay came to the studio with shooters and Nas didn't have no shooters?
Yo, okay, so
Yeah.
now we're gonna
Not
do
with
this.
wild ass
Now
Jungle running around New York shooting up shit. Not
instead
with
of doing
Jungle
this,
Not with
running
the
around.
Bravehearts.
hold on.
Not with the Bravehearts.
Okay, instead of
Huh?
Yeah,
doing
not with the
this,
Bravehearts.
y'all can go look up the
Big
story that
horse.
You
y'all can go
know?
look up. Y'all can go look up the story that Snoop Dogg told. Well, that's one story. Y'all can go look at the story that Jungle told. That's another story. And those are stories from
But
Jumbo.
bro, we was there. We
that's
was
just
Jungle.
there in '99. We was there in '99, and they even told us, yo, that nigga Jay, that nigga be fabricating stuff. They didn't say he lying. They say he putting a little gas on a lot of his shit, so
that's
he
what I'm
ain't
saying.
like that. We heard that. So nah, we can't do Jay like that. I mean, we got to give Jay his props. But for that nigga to act like he had spots bubbling, we know they said he was kind of fabricating that shit. And we
That's
was in
all
the
I'm
gutter.
saying.
We was in the trenches. That's why I can't give Jay-Z, even though he from Brooklyn. There's certain niggas that I can't, I can big him up as far as pause, as far as you from New York, you from Brooklyn. I'm gonna give you your shine with my G. When it comes to me, I definitely have some discrepancies on how you done your artists. You feel me?
So
That's a whole nother subject. We can get into that subject if you want. We can
yeah,
take a
I'm just
deep
saying.
dive, and
So
I'm gonna
yeah,
go in on Jay.
just to wrap this up. Next time somebody of this, a lower tier person wants to shoot at a legend, just get in the booth and shoot at the legend. Don't go on the talk show and shoot
That's
at
what
the
I
legend.
say. I agree with that. That's why I said do a versus. Take it to the stage. Two tears in a bucket. Ain't no use in crying over the shit like schoolgirls. You niggas get in the middle of the circle, nigga, and handle the shit like men.
I don't know
Quit
about a
being
versus.
bitches.
I just say you should diss them. That's
Man,
it.
fucking versus. Everybody makes money. Then we can see who's
Yo, but
what the
that's
real,
not
you know.
that money's not worth. That's no money to Nas.
Yeah, yeah. A
Twenty
versus
thousand
and getting in
dollars
the
ain't
booth is
worth
two
it to
different things.
Nas.
Yeah,
Well, then
yeah.
he's scared. He's
Get in
scared.
the booth. Hey, get in the booth. That's it. Get in the booth.
Scared. He's scared. Straight
Why I'm
up.
not scared. I'm not. What's 20 million?
Listen, if you're
What's twenty
rich,
thousand
what's
dollars?
20 million? Exactly.
What's twenty
So
thousand
then
dollars
what
for
is
me to
it?
do a versus? What are you talking about?
Because Jim Jones pretty much called him a bitch. You're a
I'm
bitch.
look, Grim. I'm doing you a favor if I'm giving you $20,000. I'm wasting
Mm.
time.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true because we
He
did have the
was
same. Hold
calling.
up.
Listen, when niggas in the streets, when another man calls a man a bitch, them is fighting words. Ain't no holding. Listen, you call me a bitch, we're going to the
So
stage.
no, that's what I'm saying. So instead of doing a versus, all you should do is shoot a diss, and then we determine whether
Oh,
Nas is
fuck
scared
all
to
that.
win.
That's like, no,
No,
that's
listen,
like,
listen,
no, no.
my nigga. Listen, this ain't no 1970s nothing. Niggas ain't going to the stage. Take your motherfucking ass to the
To the
booth.
booth. And
Make a
that's why,
diss.
and see,
Do what Jay Z did. Fuck around and find out. That's it. If you gonna
exactly,
call a nigga out, call a nigga out. Put it on wax like Kendrick and Drake. That's what you
exactly.
do.
And see,
Nigga,
and
if you
that's the
gonna call a
problem.
nigga out, put it on
We
wax. Nigga, don't do interviews, nigga.
and
No,
we
real
can say
shit.
that Jim is scared. We can sit here and say Jim is scared because he didn't do a diss.
Nigga, you
He's just
going on all
talking.
these podcasts. Nigga, come on this podcast and say it.
He's just
Nigga, I
talking.
might spit a verse on Jim. And that's my nigga.
He just
Nigga,
talking. He's just
Uh-oh.
talking right now. Jim's
fuck
just
around.
talking.
Nigga, let me
He's
dish
just
your motherfucking bitch ass, nigga. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
Spicy.
I don't want no smoke.
I know.
Shout
He's
out to
just talking
Dipset.
right now.
Shout out to
It's
Dipset.
set. It's
But
set.
listen,
It's set.
listen, we gonna roll to the
Listen,
next one because
and
we can go
listen,
for days on the legend.
if your boys listen, you can't be doing that. Your
Listen,
boy,
listen.
listen, listen, I'm not here. Let's go to the next subject.
I mean, Grim, you sound like you scared now.
No, if you
Yeah,
pop
go
shit,
to church,
apologize.
nigga. Go to church.
No, if you pop shit, apologize, nigga. Just ask kids.
Hey, you
Yo,
heard what Nas said. You heard what
That's what he
okay.
Nas
said. That's what he
We
said.
going
I
on to
didn't
the
say.
next one. The next one, age shaming in the hip hop community, the hip hop culture to be exact. Then and now, is it worse now than it was back then? Because I this don't get enough say so in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this off, man. Cause straight up, there's a lot of age shaming going on. Hip hop is all about age shaming. You know what I'm saying? Like we the only genre, and I say we, I don't even rap. My bad, y'all. Listen. But the hip hop community is the only genre where you have an age limit on who you are. Country, rock, gospel, all these other genres, R&B, they don't have an age limit. But if you hit a certain age in the hip hop community, they trying to tell you to retire, go away, you suck. It don't even matter about your talents. Like you got some white people, and I'm just talking about the white community and the hip hop community that literally walked away from Eminem because of his age. Yet he's still probably the best white rapper today. But they went towards Jack Harlow, and Harlow is a fraction. Shout out to him because he's from Kentucky. But Jack Harlow is a fraction, a minuscule fraction of what Eminem is supposed to be in the hip hop community. But you walked away from people like Eminem. People tell LL hang it up. People tell Snoop to hang it up. Now that is today. But was it worse then? Back then when they were Asian versus now, me, I'm gonna say no. Because the two biggest artists were the two worst at it. Now, mind you, Tupac and Biggie were the biggest advocates for if you was over a certain age in your 20s, you was an old nigga. They wanted you to stop. So it came out later down the road 10, 20 years after Biggie then died, it's, oh, who shot you wouldn't have dissed the pop. LL comes out laughing and basically says, who shot you was a diss to me. And I wasn't going to say that because Pop was going to handle him. And I wanted to be the king of New York. And, you know, for me, LL was one of my favorite. He actually, one of the ones that got me started looking into rap when I seen I'm Bad. So to hear one of my favorite people say, oh, that was for me. And I wasn't going to say nothing. He was competition. And if Pop was going to go ahead and take it, take him out. And that probably could have helped Big out. And you know, I'm not gonna say save his life, but back in those days, they was all taking shots. But you got to think, it got to the point where LL on lounging, he calls himself Uncle L. Uncle L. LL was only 28, calling himself Uncle L. I thought that's crazy because I ain't gonna lie. Even me as a young man listening to that music, I thought LL was an old nigga. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't know he was 28. But for you to be calling yourself Uncle L at 28 years old, I think that's crazy. That just goes to show you how we were doing each other. Will Smith, he ain't that much older than L. And he was calling himself Big Willie like he's an uncle. I really just think it's just mad disrespectful. And for me, back then was worse. Back then, the age shaming. I think we still age shaming, but I think people got to give these young boys some a little bit more respect because they give us more respect than we gave the people before us. Because the rappers we were listening to when we were young, they was wanting Rakim to never come back out. Big Daddy Kane, like these, and the people before them was not actually dropping albums because of their age, which was crazy, bro. And that's why I find it so disrespectful because it's our generation that age shame those men to stop them to getting their money, and that's hating. If you stopping another man from getting his money, it's hating. Now you got a guy like Jim Jones who's deep into his 40s, rocking his grays in all his glory, still going hard, still getting hits, still getting streams, still getting listened to. Snoop Dogg, bruh, you in your 50s, you got Death Row, you want it popping, but now it's y'all turn, and now y'all saying stop age shaming, and y'all not retiring, y'all still doing music, y'all still putting out albums, and you really kind of hating on the young niggas for real. But when y'all was the young niggas, y'all was telling the old niggas it's time to go. But now that y'all the old niggas, now y'all trying to take the spotlight, man. How y'all feel about that stuff, man?
I'm gonna just say this, just real quick. I think one thing is that uh, I think this happens quite often, but back then those guys came in pretty young. Nas was, I think when did Nas drop Illmatic? I think he was like
Like
relatively
17.
17. So you got to think these guys came in to the game young. They were hungry, and then once you get your foot into the door, you're trying to leave your imprint. With that being said, I do believe that it is somewhat hating, but you don't. You're trying to move whomever out of your way to get your step up.
Yeah, because it'd be a competition.
Right. But I think now they've learned how to work together and kind of move into the same space. But and I'm pointing this out just to point this out and be funny. But a lot of those guys that were doing that was from one single region.
Yeah, like, look,
I'm just saying,
fuck it,
and
fuck
we
it.
and
I
we
ain't
get
gonna
it and
lie.
we understand it because again,
That's a
that's a
good point.
small place. That's a small place, and again, like y'all know, because y'all been there. Everybody went there, and they were trying to get on, and so I can understand in hindsight, understanding like, yo, for me to get my spot, I need Kumo D to get the fuck out of here. I need uh, uh, Big Daddy Kane to move out the way. So I get it in that aspect. Is it wrong? Of course it's wrong. But I think in this time and space, guys have learned to work together and collab and stuff like that and make good music. Excuse me.
I
Yeah,
feel like, man, I feel like, dude, it's pretty much with the times, dude. The times has just changed, dude. It's like 20, okay, 30 is not the new 20. 40 is not the new 20. 40 is not the new 30. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when we were younger, say a lot of these rappers, see, so there were periods in the game, like say when Nas came out, that rappers were getting on at a relatively young age, around about 16, 17, 18. Same with Bone. You know what I'm saying? And then it kind of shifted, I want to say like in the late 90s to where motherfuckers was getting deals, but these motherfuckers was kind of grown like in their 20s. Motherfuckers was still relatively young, but they weren't as young as like teenagers. And then it came to the 2000s, same shit. I mean, you had young niggas getting on, but it wasn't like teenagers. You know what I'm saying? And you still had the motherfuckers that was already dominating the game, still dominating the game. And so as time went on, when we get into like the 2010s and the 20s, you got these young guys coming out, and you got drill rap. You know what I'm saying? You got these real young guys coming out, but they're coming out with a story. See, the rappers back from our time, what I'm saying, like Nas and them, they didn't have a backstory, but they didn't have a backstory. And what I mean is, and I'm not trying to say it, I'm not trying to take any street credibility away from Nas or nothing like that or anybody else. But a lot of these rappers today, a lot of these young guys, man, these guys are really out here like doing what they're talking about. Shout out to the drill rap scene. You know what I mean? They're out there really doing what they're talking about. And so, I mean, do y'all understand what I'm saying? There's
nah,
I
I
like
get
got
what
a
you.
you're
Nah, you
saying,
spot
but I
on,
get
bro.
what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but it was different times then. I mean, it's like this. I've always looked at it like this. If you was doing so good selling drugs, why the fuck are you rapping? Because a lot of these rappers are drug dealers and they rap about their life and what they do and they're really living this. So it's kind of like, well, if you doing so good doing this, why you want to do this? Because it's legal? I mean, why didn't you do
yeah.
this first? And then maybe if this didn't work, you fall back on the crack. But it's not like that. But
Yeah.
so to to comment on that, a lot of them is doing what they doing, and you notice a lot of more rappers are dying now than they was then.
Right.
So it's kind of crazy. It's like, and it's so crazy. It's so much talent out here that's so good. People are really dying, and when you hear them, you're like, damn, man, you get to noticing, dude. That's like a speaker knocker. Rest in peace. I got into him, and before I knew it, they was like, yo, he dead, right? I'm like, damn, for real? So a lot of these young artists, you know what I'm saying, you're hearing them, and when you're hearing them, you're like, damn, this dude's hot. And you go to look them up or look into them, they be dead. So it's like, damn, it's kind of crazy. It's almost in a sense like, man, I thought, rap was supposed to be fun. Y'all niggas been turned it into something else. You know what I'm saying? People talking about they don't even listen to rap no more. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, because it's so much this, it's so much that, it's so much this, it's so much that. And it's crazy because back then it was always that, but they tried to keep it, they wouldn't, of course, they wouldn't put they would put girls twerking in videos, yeah, but it wasn't like it is now. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing like it is now. But I seen a comment one time and a woman had posted, if you from the 30s, mid 30s to your 40s, to your mid 40s, and you're doing music, please keep up the work, because I don't know what's going on here with these YNs and this music. I'm not understanding it. I'm not getting the lingo. I just want to hear some good creative music. People are asking for that at our age.
But that
So
what does that YNFN thing stand for?
Young brothers, as in, young niggas.
Young nigga.
Right. What does the FN stand for?
Fuck
young
nigga.
fly nigga.
Okay.
Oh, I thought he said FN. So fuck
No,
nigga.
FN. The letters FN.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought it stood for
I
fuck
thought you
nigga.
said YFN. My bad. Young fly niggas YFN. But
Yeah, okay,
FN, I
YFN.
think
That's
it's
Young
fuck
Fly Nigga.
nigga.
Okay.
And FN, I think it's fuck nigga. I don't know. I don't, But yeah, I seen a person post a comment like that. But me personally, I like the young artists. I'm just a fan
For
of
sure.
rap, period. So
Okay,
I
but
like the girls, the boy rappers, all of them. And which I say pause, nothing like that. But I don't really see a problem with what's going on, man. I just like where it's going because I'm a fan of music, especially this culture of music, hip hop. I was raised
okay.
on it. You know what I'm saying?
On to other artists. We got one for you. The next topic, up and coming artists, Kingz Ransom. We need to know what's up and
Have
coming with
dead
Kingz
or
Ransom.
alive.
Is he an old nigga or a young nigga? Anybody know this nigga?
Okay, so now what now?
Who is Kingz Ransom?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kingz Ransom's me. Could possibly be the best rapper alive.
Oh,
Let's go. Talk
You
okay.
your
know?
shit.
What
Okay.
else is there to say? No Compassion Family. You
Okay,
know what it
what music?
is.
What music you got coming out? What music?
We got I'm Like That. We got
Mm-hmm.
listen, man, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I haven't gave thoughts and names of these other two songs. I just know they're getting ready to be hard as fuck.
That's what's
But
up. Hey.
yeah, be on the lookout. If we can get a couple snippets played, you know what I'm saying, on the segment, we'll try to do that. But if not, man, it's going on every streaming platform that you can think of.
So where
So
can they
be on the
find a
lookout.
snippet? Where can they find a sample or a snippet of your music, especially that song? I like that. I'm like that. I heard that. I like it. Where can they find that, man? You know what I'm saying? Where can they find you?
We can put it shit, we can put a snippet up on the segment.
Okay. But in any platforms, where are you at? Your Facebook? Where you at,
I'm on
man?
Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Get at me.
Okay.
Haters get off me, bitches get at me. You
Okay.
know?
Jay Loesch, I got something to say about this King's Ransom guy, this
Nah,
artist.
I just can't wait to hear the music, man.
Yes,
Put the music out,
exactly.
man.
I want to hear this
Let the
music.
music speak for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey,
Let the
listen,
music
two
speak.
tears in the
I like the
bucket, fuck
name,
it. I
by the
say let's
way.
take
I
it to
like
the
the name.
stage.
I like the name, by
I'm
the way.
outside.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
and then we have we running up on time, but we got this topic right here. Training camp for NFL football teams. What do you want to see and who's your team? Shout them out. I'm gonna let you have that, Los, real quick. What's that mean?
LA
What
Chargers,
does
you
Yeah.
that
know what
mean?
I'm saying? LA Chargers, you know what I'm saying? Since San Diego to LA, the one and only. Yo, we just want to see the young boys get acclimated to the system and get ready for the season. That's it. That's all I want. We play in the Hall of Fame game this year, so we got 4 preseason games. We want to see everybody doing their thing, get into this hardball system, and then we want to take it to the regular season and see where the chips fall. You know what I mean? I
Okay.
think week 4 we play these bum ass. I think they're called G men because they
Shit.
gay.
Shit,
And then
nigga.
and then we go from there, man.
Jay Octawas, what you got, man? Who's your squad?
I am a Chargers fan also, and I am also a Baltimore Ravens fan. So
Okay.
the
My man got David
Ravens, I
Fitz.
would love to see my man Lamar Jackson, who's from the University of Louisville. For those who don't know, so I've been following dude for a minute, but I want to see him get some people who can catch that ball. I want to
And
see
raise
him
that
in
Lombardi.
Kansas
No, I
City.
think a lot of people want to see that him get over that hump. Not
Yeah, I
this year though.
definitely want to see
Not
him.
this
I
year.
need him to get over that
Grim.
hump, man. I know he can do it, though, man. I know he can
Okay.
do it. But so yeah,
Grim.
Ravens. Let's go, Ravens. Be more careful.
Grim. Do you have
Yo,
an NFL team?
until Kentucky gets a professional team, the only sport I know is blood sport, kumite.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So listen. Ha! Your boy. My team is the one and only New York Football
Jet.
Giants. Grim, since you ain't got an NFL team, you're you're welcome to join. Listen, what I want
So
to
you a
see in training.
bandwagon.
Oh,
Listen, tell them they need to get a team up at that Kentucky bucket.
nah, you can roll with us, dog. We got you, dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
you
I
know
can
what
ain't
I'm
get
got a
with us,
saying?
Giants hat
man.
on, but I am wearing the red and the blue and the white. So look, check it. What I
Listen,
want to see from my Giants, I need to see Malik Neighbors be more of a leader instead of a diva. You wanted to go to the Chargers. You wanted to go to the Chargers, but you came to the Giants. Hey man, you just gonna have to give that dream up, baby. You from the right now. You in the city. You in the city. You where you need to be, my brother. You are where you
this is
need to
from the
be.
set.
Yeah, good. Listen, LA's cool. New York's just better. I'm just telling you, nigga, deal with it. Um, uh, listen,
Shout out to the
I need
NY, man.
yeah, shout out to New York because listen,
Real shit, man.
I need my team to get it together. Goddamn, my team been dog shit
Dog shit.
for a long time, and I'm tired of it. I don't give a fuck how y'all win.
Kudo
Figure
Basuda.
it out. Figure it out. Y'all listen. We've been picking top 10 for almost 10 years. Hit and miss. Hit and miss. Motherfucker. I don't know a team that picked top 10 this long besides the 49ers and couldn't get it together because the 49ers did have a drought where they was top 10 all the
The
time. But
Raiders.
damn it,
Y'all
Giants,
just like
y'all
the
better get
Raiders.
this shit together. Huh?
Y'all just like the
No,
Raiders.
don't do that. Don't do that. Because we done raised that Lombardi at least 4 times. Don't do
You say
that.
the Raiders or the
Don't
Ravens?
The
he said the
Raiders.
Raiders.
Oh,
We got 4 of them things. 4. Count it. And I'm gonna do like the Cowboys do. We gonna have to throw them Lombardis up because that's all we got. That's all we got. Huh? Celtics. Huh? That's what the Celtics do, huh? They talk
No,
about them, they talk about them championships.
we got 18 banners.
I know that.
That's a
I
lot.
don't
That's
know.
a lot.
Yo. Shout out to OKC for bouncing them bitch ass Pacers. Bitch. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you
crazy.
know I
what?
was happy. You know I was happy.
That's crazy.
Bounce them niggas out of here, nigga.
Hold on.
Championship done. OKC.
Shout out to Pacers,
Motherfucker.
man. You made it, but you didn't conquer. But
Second is last,
it is
nigga.
what it
Second
is.
is last,
Hey, yeah, if you
nigga.
ain't first, you're last.
Yeah, bounce my
Before
Knicks, bitch, and then
before we
lose
get
at the
out of here, I saw on me real quick. Change that banner to Browns real quick. Change that banner to Browns real quick. Since we talking football,
the Browns. Oh, you want to talk
real
Oh,
about the
quick.
Browns?
I saw on me real quick. Listen,
Hold on. Let me change the banner. Let me get this good. Close.
before we
About to get
close,
spicy.
I want to just say this to everybody who loved Shedeur, who was rooting for Shedeur, who say Shedeur got blackballed. Do y'all understand what's going on now? My man just got a speeding ticket doing 110 and a 60. What are we
It was
doing?
101. It was
Oh,
101.
100. Excuse me. Thank you for correcting me. Thank you. Thank. Hey, he might as well did
Yo, I'm a
110.
Sador fan, bro.
He might as well did 110, 101 because
Yeah.
you
he,
still can
he
get your
was
license
late.
taken.
He was running late.
Listen to me. This is what
I
I'm
said
talking
Sador. I
about.
meant Shador. My bad. I don't mean to mess your name.
You're not even in the season yet. and you doing dumb shit. You're not even named the number one quarterback and you're doing dumb shit. This is what I'm talking about. And this is what all the coaches, the GMs already saw on you. Listen, we all parents, and you know what I'm talking about. You know when you see your son, let's not talk about our daughters. You know when you see your son, and you know when you look at your son and you see yourself in your son, and you know when you see your son and he just doing wild shit that you used to do when you was a kid. That's what the GM saw. That's what the coaches saw in Shedeur. They're like, he's cocky, he's arrogant, he has no discipline. That's what they saw in him. And he proved it. And I know everybody's like, well, he's young. Listen, man, it only takes one time to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
agree.
Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs ring a bell. And now the Browns, as we seen when they chose him and they were sitting there, the coach and the GM, after they chose him, what was it, the 5th round? They chose him looking all sad and disappointed and shit because they had to choose him because somebody made a call. Now they got to deal with this problem on their hands. Now they got to deal with this problem on their hands because this kid's uncontrollable. Period. Point blank. Uncontrollable. You telling me you got an opportunity of a lifetime and you're over here doing 101 and a 60. What are we doing? With an opportunity of a lifetime in your hands. And I don't want to hear all this black power bullshit at this point in time because you're wasting it. Success is opportunity or preparation meeting opportunity. And he's wasting it. Doing dumb shit. Point blank, period. That's all I gotta say. I don't want to hear people taking a stand for Shedeur at this point in time when he's up here doing dumb shit like this. Period. People,
I agree with that. Shedeur, get it together, man. Get it
for sure.
together, man. Hey, man, don't make our people look bad, man. Please.
Facts.
And
Facts.
I'm not putting that on you, but there's a group of people who will say, well, this is why we do y'all like this. This is why we do you. When you flashy and you act out of character, this is why we do y'all like this. Because I know that's what the media was saying. I
The
know that's what the
optics.
pro Shedeur people were saying. They were saying, like, why are you blackballing him? Yeah, he flashy. They want him to bow down. Bruh, come on, man. Don't give them a reason. Show them, guys, you can be
In the
cocky,
limelight.
arrogant, and humble all at the same time, man. You not your dad. You're not your dad. But at the end of the day, your dad didn't do a lot of getting in trouble either. You know what I'm saying? He was flashy, he was cocky, but Deion didn't get in trouble, man. Deion showed up every Sunday, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you play a better position than your father.
Come on.
Please get it together, please. I mean, and I'm not putting you ain't Malcolm X and you ain't Dr. Martin Luther King, man. What I'm saying is represent, man.
You
Represent. You
represent
know what I'm
all of
saying?
us. For sure.
Yeah. No, represent. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us, listening. See, if you got this far, like, subscribe, share, do what you got to do, man. Shout out to all the
All comments in
listeners
the comment section, y'all.
Yes,
for
sir.
sure, for sure, for sure. This is the Kentucky Boy presents. Is this Mike on podcast? And we out, y'all. Peace.